What dies in us while we are living is more crucial than the actual death. Dear sisters, these days our readings remind us, invite us to have soft heart, open mind to receive God's grace, God's message. Oftentimes we find in the Gospels Jesus condemning the hard-heartedness of the Pharisees and the lawyers, teachers of the law, and so on. When they find fault with Jesus in all that he was doing, in all that he was saying, Jesus very often gave a counter or gave a reply in such a way, inviting them to really analyze their own attitude. When these Pharisees and tax collectors accused Jesus of driving the evil spirit with the help of Beelzebul, Jesus would say, at least have some logic when you accuse me. How can one use the head, the devil, to drive away the evil spirit? Similarly, in all the occasions when they fought or argued with him, Jesus would give a fitting answer. Interestingly, 2 days back, we read the gospel passage when they were asking Jesus, with what authority you are doing this, saying this. Then Jesus wanted to ask them, what do you think the authority of Saint John the Baptist? Is it from the God? Is it from heaven? Or is it from human beings? And they were not ready to answer. Jesus said, I am also not ready to give an answer. Not because they did not know the answer, they knew the answer. They were worried if they say if it is from heaven, then Jesus would ask, why don't you believe in here, John the Baptist, why don't you listen to him? And if they say if it is from human beings, they are afraid of other people who consider him a prophet. So they said, I don't know. So Jesus always knows their hard-heartedness, their ill attitude, and so on. That's why he was very often giving them fitting answers to invite them to think about. Today, he gives the glorious or the divine status of John the Baptist, and simple people, the tax collectors and ordinary people, they took John the Baptist seriously and baptized, got themselves baptized. Whereas the Pharisees and the lawyers and all these so called learned people, they refused to listen to John the Baptist because their openness, their softness of the heart has died in us, in them. Similarly, today in humanity, before human beings die, the humanity in once the humanity in human beings dies, then even God cannot help in a way. And very often we also become so callous to the attitude, to the sufferings of the others. We use the sponge to keep the flowers on the altar. When they are new and fresh, they are so fresh and soft. When you pour water, it soaks, it absorbs water. But after some time, maybe a few weeks or few months, it becomes rigid. It becomes like a stone. No more it absorbs water. Sometimes our heart also becomes like that. Nothing will disturb us. We have our own attitudes, we have our own considerations, we have our own approaches in life, and the sufferings and the need of the other people will not touch us because the humanity in us died before human beings as such we died. Today, the most of the problems in the world is because the humanity in human beings has died. That's why they don't mind when the human beings die. And that's what Jesus often and again reminds the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, let your humanity live in you. Be open to receive the message of God and don't be rigid, don't be callous to the sufferings, and open yourselves to the message of God. If they had been open, if their hearts were not hardened, they would have easily listened to John the Baptist as ordinary people and the tax collectors did and got baptized themselves. Therefore, as we prepare ourselves in the season of Advent, let's see whether the humanity in us is alive and active, whether it is able to realize, recognize the presence of God in other human beings. Let us think about it today.